This pilot, from Greece, proves flat Earth. He filmed the sun and the moon at the same time, on a flat horizon.
Απ' τα δεξιά έχουμε τον ήλιο που δει και απ' τα αριστερά έχουμε το φεγγάρι.
But this is one of my favorite comments that I see on my videos, on other creators' videos that talk about the true shape of the earth. Because you have non-believers that come to the Lord because they try and debunk the flat earth and realize that they cannot debunk it. I love that. And to add, maybe I am wrong about it having or not having weight on our salvation. Because as a believer, you have the Holy Spirit and you have that discernment and that conviction to discern the lies of the enemy. And coming to this realization, it has brought me closer to the Lord in that relationship, and it has brought people to the Lord. I'm in awe of his creation, at where he has put us with so much intention and love. It's incredible. And another comment that I love to see is when people say that their grandparents learned about flat earth. That's what they learned about in elementary school. The true shape of the earth.
We've seen everything in space, cars, mice, bubbles, even a film crew, but we've not seen a shred of convincing evidence we've actually been up there.
So last time we were talking about John's prophetic vision of the Sea of Glass, and I got super fixated on the word ice, and my brain immediately went to flat earthers and the ice wall, which is a wall of ice that surrounds the circumference of the earth. Ashley here helped me refocus and reminded me about the firmament. So in the specific flat earth idea that we're talking about, it would look similar to this, and the firmament is this part right here. So for this specific flat earth model, think of the earth as being like a snow globe on a pedestal. So the snow globe, the globe part itself, would be the firmament. Does this conversation remind anybody else of this or just me? Okay, so the firmament is what separates where God is from earth. It's like this crystalline structure, and it's also believed that there is water above it. So it does make sense to me for people who are flat earthers that they would associate the firmament with this sea of glass, because if you think about being on top of it, think about the earth, and then there's the sky, and then say glass, say like a glass ceiling with water above it, and then the throne, you could see where it would look like a sea of glass. And if you're asking yourself, hey, did the ancient people even believe in something like a firmament? Remember these guys who were building a tower up to the firmament so that they could wage a war on God himself? I mean, think about every dumb idea you've ever had in your whole entire life. Think of the dumbest idea you've ever had in your whole life. And then imagine being these guys. Spoiler alert, it did not end well for them. Now, I do want to make a disclaimer that not all flat earthers believe in a firmament. Not all flat earthers believe in an enclosed system. So if you are a flat earther who doesn't believe in the firmament, don't come for me. But for those of you who do, I can totally see how this would look like a sea of glass. And when we think about all of the colors that are associated with heaven, not just described in Revelation, but other books as well, but specifically in Revelation, we hear about all of these different gemstones, all of these different beautiful colors. So yeah, I could totally see where the firmament would look like a sea of glass.
If Neil Armstrong was the first person to land on the moon, how did the camera crew get there to film him on the moon? We had the technology to land on the moon at that time. We didn't have cell phones. We had, VCRs. We didn't have none of those things. But he landed on the moon and the film crew was there to film him. But he was the first person to land on the moon. Make it make sense.
This is how they brainwash us, through repetition. Now picture every TV station, schoolbook and etc. saying, the earth is a globe, for your entire life.
And we want to make sure that everyone understands that no one's safe till everyone's safe.
No one is 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 safe.
Nobody's safe.
safe?
No one is safe.
Nobody is safe.
This is a post 9/11 axiom. Safer, but not yet safe.
No one is safe. No one is safe. No one is safe. No one is safe until everyone is safe.
If the whole world isn't safe, none of us are safe.
No one is safe.
No one is safe.
Nobody is safe.
Until we're all safe.
Health experts have been saying nobody is safe.
Nobody is safe until everybody is safe.
Nobody is safe.
Science is clear.
None of us are safe.
There is no safety.
No one is safe.
No one is safe. No one is safe.
No one is safe until everyone is safe.
No one's safe.
Nobody is safe.
Nobody's safe.
No one's safe.
We'll never be safe
Until we're all safe.
We are never going to be safe.
So at this point, I don't know if I should be laughing or concerned. SpaceX just launched their Starship a couple hours ago. The blew up midair due to technical difficulties. This is said to be the most advanced rocket to ever be created. Let me repeat that. The most advanced rocket to ever be created. And it can't get out of our atmosphere. And even if it did, it would take multiple fuel ups to even get to the moon. So that begs the obvious question, how the f did we do it before?
My favorite part of the Devon Island rover has got to be the ping pong paddle. Yeah. Did I say Devon Island? I meant Mars. Yeah. The Mars rover. 220 million miles away. Yeah, Mars. Yeah. Oh, crap. Put the sepia filter. Yeah, better. Mars.
Like, guys, if you would have told me a year ago that I would have believed in flat Earth, I would have laughed at you so hard. And after doing some research, you found out quickly that the Earth is not a ball. Like spinning at 1,000 miles an hour, chasing the sun at 66,600 miles an hour, going through the universe at 500,000 miles an hour. Like water can bend, magically stick to a ball while doing all these motions. But if you don't want to believe me, or the Bible, or the Book of Enoch, will you believe me if I showed you it came from straight from NASA? Or the CIA? Alrighty, let's go. Straight from NASA itself, this report documents the derivation and definition of a linear aircraft model for a rigid aircraft of a constant mass flying over a flat, non-rotating Earth. More from NASA. Equations with stationary atmosphere and flat, non-rotating Earth assumptions. Ain't that odd, guys? That they would assume that any planet, let alone Earth, is flat and non-rotating? Two applications where a flat, non-rotating Earth may be assumed. Equation of motion. Like, why would they ever figure out a flight of a rigid aircraft flying in a stationary atmosphere over a flat, non-rotating Earth? Some more equations. Assumed of a rigid vehicle and a flat, non-rotating Earth. Aircraft landing model. Based on the following assumptions, the Earth is flat and non-rotating. The rigid body equations of motion over a flat, non-rotating Earth. The helicopter equations of motions are given in body axis with respect to a flat, non-rotating Earth. Rigid body for describing motion over a flat, non-rotating Earth. The model frequently used is that of a flat, non-rotating Earth. Once again, flat, non-rotating Earth. Confined in a vertical plane on a non-rotating flat Earth. And yes, you guessed it, to a flat, non-rotating Earth. A stationary atmosphere over a flat, non-rotating Earth. Non-turbulent atmosphere, zero side forces, and non-rotating Earth. Two applications where a flat, non-rotating Earth may be assumed. This one really got me though. Height to the radius of the Earth. That's weird. I didn't know you could check the radius of a sphere. I mean, you can of a circle. But to measure a sphere, you need its circumference. You can measure the diameter or a radius at any point around the circle. Check this. When I ask Siri, can you get the radius of a sphere? That's what it has to say. Usually you don't know the radius, but you can measure the circumference of a sphere instead. That's a little suspicious. Now, if all these documents that I just showed you, straight from NASA, stating that we have a flat, non-rotating Earth, didn't change your mind, well, maybe our friends here at the CIA talking about the firmament might. Here we go. The spectral brightness of the firmament. The color temperature of the firmament, of the diurnal firmament, can obtain up to 70%. So since you didn't want to hear it from me, or the Bible, or the Book of Enoch, maybe hearing it from NASA and the CIA may change your mind. So there you go.